We are here, we are here, we are here on this amazing day. Okay, everyone, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis, and we are marking up EUR, JPY. We are on the 12-month time frame. Price action, last candle to the right-hand side is a bullish green doji, sitting within that second last candle, body and wick. So we have that consolidation, looking for that breakout of that area. So we do have price action overall, lower lows of structure. We have price action, last candle of the market, overall higher highs of structure. Followed up with the midpoint. So when price action started off at that high, we can see it worked its way all the way back down to that low. So we got that solid red and green touch towards that support twice. So that's what creates that pattern, that structure. So price action work its way up back to that midpoint line and work its way up further. It's coming from a pattern at that low. So we do have that overall first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg. Now this is an overall retest area for that market that pushed up and matched up with the previous side. So that overall retest area is the midpoint of the W that was created. So it just came back to respect that midpoint. It could have dropped down lower, but it didn't. It respected the midpoint. So it's an overall retest for that market that pushed up to that previous side. So now we're looking for the breakout to that previous side. So we have a resistance area from the opposite side, which creates the midpoint of the overall structure for the high, mid, and low. So we're waiting for the break of that area, or at least the breakout of the second last candle body and wick to see if that market's going to push up further. Price action is nearing that area. So if we add a zone within that area, we can see that price action is still within that zone. So we're looking for a breakout of that opposite side, which primarily is that doji that the mouse is on currently. So if price pushes up, it can head up to the midpoint line, which will be near the numbers of 184.315. If we take a zone and place it in that area, we look for a touch somewhere in that area and wait for that pattern to form to see if it's going to break out to the top side or come back down. If price action drops down and reverses or identify a pattern, it can head down to the area of that midpoint of that overall double bottom of structure. So if it tags that midpoint, it can tag the nearer the numbers of 121.138 and respect that and work its way back up unless it breaks and work its way back down to the overall structure of that low structure of red and green, which will be near the numbers of 97.580. So if this market reverses and work its way down, what pattern is it coming from? So when that market did start off at that high again and push down towards that low, it created that first leg. So we do have that first leg, which will be the break into that area. Market came back to retest. So that'll identify as the first leg for the retest, second, third, fourth. So we have a double top, overall retest area. Remember from that double bottom that we did create, market came back to retest. Now if it's rejected at the zone area and identify a bearish red candle to engulf that price action candle and works way down, market coming from that structure of that double top and a retest. So we have 1, 2, which creates a double top, a retest, and market pushes down, or it could come from a overall 3 pushes to that top, which will be identified as a triple top. Working our way down to the 6-month time frame. So price action 6-month time frame reading as a bullish green candle. So we do have a spike down to that low of that candle that's basically retesting the second last candle in that area. So that market did a retest twice, so it may be identified as an incline double bottom for that market to push up further, but with a slight bit of a resistance. So that market basically is in a wedge pattern, as we can see, and below that we can clearly see that double bottom. So there's a few patterns that's happening in the market. So overall, taking a look at the overall pattern that we see that created the price action is that double bottom. So we do have that first, second, third, fourth overall retest one. We're going to see that market's going to push out. If not, it can consolidate in the zone as that market fully breaks out. So with that patterns reading inside that wedge pattern is that market spiked up to a high, came back to retest, pushed up again, and we're going to see if it's going to reject or maybe consolidate with a bearish red candle, a doji style candle, to create just a consolidation or maybe a double top to break back down. Working our way to a 3-month time frame, we have price action bullish green candle. So second, third to last candle are dojis. So that market is identifying consolidation within that zone. So we waiting for the breakout to the top side, breakout to the bottom side. Second, third last candle, the market is also reading as an overall retest from the push of the fourth to last candle. So if we look at where the pattern's coming from on the 3-month time frame, we have that first, second, third, fourth, retest one, overall retest with the second and third last candle of the market. And we're looking for, see if price going to break out. If not, it'll consolidate. Headed down to the monthly time frame. So price action monthly time frame is a bullish green candle, spike up to the high, long wick up to the high, small body, doji style, tagging up to a top resistance with the price action in the second last candle of the market. So we have an overall pattern. So taking a look at the left hand side, the previous side, highest red and green in that area within that zone is that first, second, third, fourth. Could be retested and come back down. If it's rejected, then what's coming from the overall head and shoulders pattern or triple top, or you can read it as a double top for that first, second, third, and markets work its way down. But so far we can see price action losing momentum. It's still reading as a retest. Why? Because price action is within that second last candle. So we still waiting for the breakout of the second last candle towards the top side or towards that bottom side. So with anything that's within that second last candle, as we can see, price action it basically is consolidating. So we're waiting for the pattern to conform, because it can still spike down with the support, respect that area, and then work its way up for that first, second, third, fourth retest, and then push up further. And it'll be an overall single bottom and a double retest, or read it as a triple bottom. Headed down to the weekly time frame, price action bullish green candle, spike up to the high. So it's tagging an area which will be the resistance, second level highs, or I should say higher highs, second level highs, midpoint, second level lows, lower lows. So that market is identifying the spike up to that area, just tagged it. It can still work up with bullish green candles, but it's identifying a tag. Other than that, we want to see price action body or this candle or following candles to start working up through that resistance line we created through the numbers of near the numbers of 144.956. Headed down to the daily time frame. So price action daily time frame reading as a bearish red candle coming back to the midpoint. So we have a resistance, we have that support, we have that mid. So market identifying as almost a double top for that spike up to the high for that first, second, third, fourth. So the double top reading in there if it comes back down to this area. If not, it can respect that second level highs in that area, which will identify as a first, second, third. The market's work its way up for that double bottom incline. But so far we have bearish red candles inside the third to last candle. So that's will be the consolidation, looking for the breakout of the third to last candle towards the top side or bottom side. And now we're on a 4-hour time frame. On the 4, we're reading as bullish green candle. So we're going to see if it's going to respect it, but it's still consolidating within that second last candle. You want to see price action go off that second last candle to push that market up unless it's dropping down. EUR, JPY.